Hi everybody, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 7. Today's video is a little bit different. Today I'm going to be going over all of the books that I have finished so far in 2020 along with their ratings, and I also have some fun reading stats for you. So if that's your thing, you'll really enjoy this video, and if not, feel free to skip this one. It should be a short one. With that, we will get started. So the first book that I read in 2020 was Heartless by Marissa Meyer. I gave that 4 stars. I read Lord of Shadows, The Dark Artifices #2 by Cassandra Clare. That's 3 stars. I read I'll Be Gone in the Dark, One Woman's Obsessive Search for the Golden State Killer by Michelle McNamara, and that I gave 5 stars. I read Stay Sexy and Don't Get Murdered, The Definitive How-To Guide by Karen Kilgariff and Georgia Harstark. I gave that 4 stars. I read Me by Elton John, and I gave that one 5 stars. I read Educated by Tara Westover, and I gave that one 3 stars. A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith, that I gave 5 stars. Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed, I gave that one 2 stars. The Underground Railroad by Colson Whitehead, I gave 5 stars. The Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead, I gave that one 4 stars. The Toll, The Arc of Scythe #3 by Neil Schusterman, I gave that one 4 stars. The Immortalist by a fellow knitter, Chloe Benjamin, I gave that one 5 stars. The Queen of Nothing, The Folk of Air #3 by Holly Black, I gave that one 5 stars. The Night Country, The Hazelwood #2 by Melissa Albert, I gave that one 2 stars. Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, I gave that one 4 stars. Little Fires Everywhere by Nick Celeste, and I gave that one 3 stars, and I probably pronounced that wrong, so I apologize. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Harry Potter #1, I gave that one 5 stars. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Illustrated Edition, 5 stars. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, I gave that one 5 stars. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, 5 stars. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, I gave 5 stars. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, I gave 5 stars. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, I also gave 5 stars. And Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, Parts 1 and 2, I gave 2 stars. I read, and those are all by J.K. Rowling. I read The Hand on the Wall by, which is The Truly Devious #3 by Maureen Johnson. I gave that one 5 stars. One Giant Leap, Dare Mighty Things #2 by Heather Kaczynski. I gave that one 3 stars. On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. I gave 5 stars. Love Creekwood by Becky Albertalli, Timeverse #3.5. I give that one 2 stars. Winterwood by Shia Earnshaw, I gave 2 stars. The Damned, the Beautiful #2 by Renee Ahadi. I probably pronounced that wrong again. I gave that one 3 stars. Queen of Air and Darkness, The Dark Artifices #3 by Cassandra Clare, 3 stars. Mexican Gothic by Sylvia Moreno Garcia, I gave that one 4 stars. Head Over Heels by Hannah Orenstein, I gave 4 stars. The Night Swim by Megan Golden, I gave 4 stars. Ghost of the Shadow Market by Cassandra Clare, I gave 3 stars. Our Kind of Cruelty by Araminta Hall, I gave 2 stars. The Lost Book of the White, The Elder Curses by Cassandra Clare, I gave 4 stars. Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn, I gave 5 stars. The Girl Who Smiled Beads, A Story of War and What Comes After by Clementine Wamaria, I gave 5 stars. Chain of Gold, The Last Hours #1 by Cassandra Clare, I gave 5 stars. The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides, I gave 5 stars. What Alice Forgot by Leanne Moriarty, I gave 4 stars. The Red Scrolls of Magic, The Eldest Curses #1 by Cassandra Clare, I gave 3 stars. The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell, I gave 2 stars. A Rogue of One's Own, A League of Extraordinary Women #2 by Evie Dunmore, I gave 3 stars. 9 Perfect Strangers by Leanne Moriarty, I gave 3 stars. Anxious People by Frederick Backman, I gave 5 stars. The Turn of the Screw by Henry James, I gave 3 stars. The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett, I gave 5 stars. The Girl in the Mirror by Rose Carlyle, I gave 5 stars. The Chaperone by Laura Moriarty, I gave 3 stars. Truly Madly Guilty by Leanne Moriarty, I gave 4 stars. 3 Wishes by Leanne Moriarty, I gave 5 stars. Magic Lessons, Practical Magic, number .1 by Alice Hoffman, I gave 5 stars. The Last Anniversary by Leanne Moriarty, I gave 4 stars. As Bright as Heaven by Susan Messner, I gave 5 stars. The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, I gave 5 stars. Two Girls Down, the Alice Vega, number 1 by Louisa Luna, I gave 4 stars. The Janes, Alice Vega, number 2 by Louisa Luna, I gave 4 stars. The Broken Girls by Simone St. James, I gave 4 stars. Not That I Could Tell by Jessica Strouser, I also gave 4 stars. And The Book of Essie by Megan McLean Weir, I gave 4 stars. In addition to that, I'm going to give you some stats. So in 2020 so far, I've read 24,928 pages across 62 books. The oldest book that I read was Little Women, and it was published in 1868. I also read The Turn of the Screw, which is published in 1898, and I read A True Rose in Brooklyn, which was published in 1943. I always like to look at the oldest publication year of some of the books that I read. The shortest book I read was The Turn of the Screw, which was 121 pages. The longest book that I read was The Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare, and that was 912 pages. The average book length of the books that I read in 2020 was 402 pages. The most popular book that people shelved on Goodreads was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, with over 8 million shelved. And the least popular book was One Giant Leap, with less than 3,000 shelved. My average rating for books in 2020 was 4.0, and the highest rated book that I read on Goodreads is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, with a 4.61 average. So I really hope that you enjoyed my little reading wrap-up video. I hope it gave you some ideas on what to read next year. If you've read some of these books, let me know what you thought of them in the comments below. If you haven't read them, I recommend going on Goodreads, checking out the synopsis, and seeing if it's a book that you might like to add to your collection. You guys, I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, and have a good day.